Hello, good evening and welcome back once again to the Shankill Leisure Centre in Belfast, which tonight hosts the final of the 2020 NI Women's Senior Futsal League. When this competition started back in October, there were 23 teams vying for the trophy. We're now down to the final two. That's Cliftonville Ladies and Sparta Belfast. But only one can go home with the trophy tonight. So let's head over to the action, but before we do, let's hear from some of the crowd here tonight to see what their predictions are for this match.
I know it's a bit of a silly question, but who are you here supporting tonight?
Sparta.
And what do you think the score's going to be?
4-2.
Who are you here supporting?
Well, I'm a neutral, so I am, but it should be a good game. I think Sparta will win.
What's your score prediction?
I'll go for 4-3 Sparta.
Who are you here supporting?
Sparta.
And what do you think the score predictions are?
4-2. 4-2, yeah.
To Sparta?
Yeah,
Sparta,
Sparta.
So who are you here supporting?
The blue team.
Sparta? Who are you here supporting?
Well, I've got friends on both teams.
Ooh.
So, that's a difficult one to answer, but I just want a good game and I want a good game of futsal to help, promote the sport in the country.
Brilliant. And what do you think the score's going to be?
I think Sparta will win, and I think it'll be 4-1.
What do you think the score's going to be?
Maybe the Greens might win because it usually happens when you want a team to win and then the other team wins.
You don't want to jinx it?
So it looks like our crowd are backing Sparta to win. But what about Northern Ireland Women's National Futsal Manager Keith Gibson? Who did he think would win? And while we're finding that out, let's also find out what he's thought about this year's competition. Keith, first of all, we're coming today to the end of the NI Women's Futsal League. What's your thoughts been in the competition?
It's been a great competition so far. The standard is really going up year on year. Lots of good teams. Last week's semi-finals both went the extra time. 2 really tight games. I've really enjoyed watching the league every Friday night. It's been great entertainment.
In terms of you being the Northern Ireland Futsal Ladies Manager, how important is it you to get a chance like us to look over the players?
It's a great chance to look at other players, see how they're coming along, see how they're learning the game. Also, a big part of when we're preparing for the Euros in May, start of May, we're going to play Serbia, Lithuania and Slovakia. So really good that the girls are getting top quality competition every week and improving their game, as well as the training sessions we're doing.
And it's a great chance for the girls to show to you exactly what they can do.
Absolutely, and we've brought in a few players from the league this year. We've watched them in the league and we've brought them into the squad because we've been really impressed by what they're doing. So it's a great opportunity for them. Yeah.
And finally, we're going to put you on the spot. Give us a score prediction ahead of tonight's final.
I think it'll be a very tight game tonight. If you really put me on the spot, I think Sparta might just edge it.
You realise you've just alienated half the people here tonight?
I just have, yes, and I can imagine that the Cliftonville ones will be giving me plenty of stick later on if they're lifting that trophy.
All right, thanks for talking to us this evening, Keith. Thank you.
Thanks, Colin.
Here we go now.
Here we go now.
It was Cliftonville who got this season's final underway, and though it took its time in coming, it was they who scored the opening goal of the game, as a great through ball from Amber Dempster was superbly turned home by Rachel McConnell. McConnell then dispossessed Sparta's Amy Lee Peachy before evading Holly Johnson's tackle, and then superbly rounding Sparta goalkeeper Anna Daly to score hers and indeed Cliftonville's second goal of the night. At 2-0 up, Cliftonville were in the ascendancy, but Sparta were then given a lifeline as the match referee adjudged Megan Wetherell to have handled when clearing the danger from this attack. It was a tight call, but despite protests, a penalty was awarded from which Kerry Beattie comfortably converted to bring Sparta right back into the match. Cliftonville's 2-goal advantage was, however, soon restored once again, when following a fine flicked header from Dempster, it was McConnell who found the net, and in doing so completing her hat-trick to give the Reds a 3-1 half-time advantage. Into the second half, and Sparta once again found themselves right back in the game as Rachel Rogan picked out Beattie, and once again the lethal forward made no mistake to add Sparta's second. Cliftonville, however, were in no mood to relinquish their lead, and some great interaction between Dempster and Wetherell saw Wetherell convert from close range to make it 4-2. Sparta refused to lie down, and once again brought the deficit back to the 1 goal, thanks to the sweetly struck volley from Rachel Rogan. The game then witnessed a stoppage, as Cliftonville's Megan Wetherell and Sparta's Holly Johnson clashed heads during this tussle, with both players forced to leave the game early to receive treatment. After the resumption of play, it was Cliftonville who were first to get back in the groove, and soon found themselves once again with a 2-goal cushion as Dempster scored her first goal of the evening. The goals continued to flow, and once again following this fine strike to complete her hat-trick from Beattie, we were back to a situation where there's only 1 goal separating the sides. Surely Sparta were not about to level the scores? But no, it was Cliftonville once again who scored the next goal, this one from Megan Moran, once again restoring the 2-goal cushion. Time was now ticking down for Sparta, but with their fly keeper now on the pitch, they gave themselves one last chance to rescue the game, as a superb goal drilled into the roof of the net by Rogan brought them within touching distance once again. Eventually, however, time did run out for Sparta, and they couldn't find that required necessary equalising goal. This meant Cliftonville were worthy winners of the 2020 NI Women's Senior Futsal League Cup final. Full time in this season's final, Sparta Belfast 5, Cliftonville Ladies 6. Rachel, we'll start with you. A hat trick in the final is not a bad way to spend tonight.
Yeah, it was a team effort, some good assists there, and we played a good through ball, same with Megan. It was good, yeah.
A trophy at the end of it, but it's been a long, hard season. Very enjoyable though.
Yeah, it definitely has been a hard season. It was definitely the most competitive I think the league's ever been so far. Obviously the likes of Sparta, Cliftonville gave us really good games, and I think the final was probably really thoroughly enjoyable to watch. So yeah, it was good.
And finally, turn to the girl with a patch in the eye. This competition is sponsored by Cathedral Eye Clinic. Maybe it's very appropriate that she's having the last word. You must be absolutely delighted to win tonight.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. This is probably my third or fourth season playing for Cliftonville in the futsal, and we've sort of fell short every single year. So at long last, we've got it.
And who's taking the trophy home?
Megan will probably be sleeping beside it for the next week.
Fair enough, girls. Listen, once again, congratulations.
Thank you.
And that sums it up.
All right, cheers.
So that completes our coverage of the 2020 Northern Ireland Women's Futsal League. Massive congratulations to Cliftonville, who are worthy champions this time round. On behalf of everyone at the 1880 video, a massive thank you to also our viewers for watching this series, and hopefully you've enjoyed the futsal on a weekly basis. Until the next time, we'll see you again soon. It's bye for now.